Hello again everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Jersey Shore Pondscapes Videos. My name is Chris, and today we are doing another video on water plants for your water garden or pond. Today's video is about lotuses, okay? So lotuses are really beautiful. They are something special in your pond without a doubt. They get confused with lilies at some point because they have a similar flower, but they're totally different plants, grow totally different ways, and you know, it's just completely different. But I know a lot of people often refer to lotuses as lilies. Okay, so lotuses are extremely showy and extremely large plants. Now, they are a little bit funny when it comes to growth habits, okay, and getting them to grow. Typically, they are a little later in the season to show growth, okay? So, as the weather warms up in the spring, you'll start to see many of your other pond plants starting to grow. You're going to start to see everything starting to pop up and green and it's getting bigger, and your pot with the lotus is going to look like it's dead, okay? They need the heat, they need the warmth, they love the sun, the warmth, the warmer water. So they're a little bit slower to emerge in the spring. But once they do, they actually grow pretty quickly. So just be aware that if the plant doesn't look like it's doing anything in the early spring, don't throw it out. Give it time, okay? Now, that being said, I will also tell you that lotuses are very temperamental, okay? They are considered hardy, which means they are a perennial. They will come back year after year. They can survive in colder climates. However, sometimes they come back bigger, better, more beautiful than the year before. Some years they come back and they're not very strong at all. I was actually at an aquatic plant nursery years ago, and they had a greenhouse that had maybe 30 lotus pots growing in there. Of the 30, maybe 10 of them were big, beautiful, lush plants. Maybe 10 of them were kind of in between somewhere, and the other 10 were barely anything growing out of the pot. So they are a little temperamental, they are a little funny, to grow each year. But once they are established, okay, they take off. It's just getting them to root in and become established that can be difficult sometimes. Now, they will spread and overtake your pond, or however, wherever they're planted. If they're grown in a pot, they can stay really contained. They need a large pot. Okay, they don't need a deep pot, but they need a large, shallow pot. Their roots do not go down. They have big tubers that they go all around the surface of the dirt, and then the plant grows up off of those tubers. Now, what's kind of crazy with them, okay, if you plant them into the gravel of the pond, or you have a bog area in the pond or something, they will take off and fill it. It might not happen in 1 year, it might not happen in 2 years, but once they take root and they go, they'll fill it up. Now, these plants can get large. Some varieties stay smaller, some get extremely large. Some lotus plants are going to get 5-6 foot tall, and they will have leaves in them 2 foot round. And the leaves are really, really cool because the water kind of repels off of them. If you have the big lotus leaf in your hand and you put a little bit of water on it, the water will just bead up in the middle, and you can go like this with the leaf, and the water will just kind of bead up and go all around, and you can dump it and it'll just fall right off. It's really pretty cool. It's like liquid mercury, you know, how it just a little bead. So it definitely is neat in that regard. Now the flowers come up, okay, they come up out of the leaves. They're large flowers. They can be 6, 7 inches in diameter, okay? They can be big round flowers. Some of them, they're all different colors, okay, but they're primarily, they found like white, okay, a creamy yellow color with a little pink. Some of them were more white and pink. Some of them were a little more pink, okay. There's a bunch of different varieties. But they're very showy. They're beautiful flowers. The center of the flower is a seed pod, and that seed pod is used in many dried flower arrangements. So after the flower drops all of its petals, you know, and that seed pod dries off, the stems are cut, and those seed pods are used a lot for flower arrangements. So it's pretty cool there too. Now, getting back to, you know, the pots that these come in, they usually do come in a shallower, right, but pretty big round pot. I have even had in the past repotted them in a garbage pail. Okay, I've bought, you know, nice garbage pails, a thinner, not a big, heavy, super duty garbage pail, but a thinner garbage pail, and I've cut them off about 1 foot high. So I just have, you know, a nice big round container, and 24 inches, 30 inches round, and about 1 foot high, and we've replanted lotuses in those, and then, you know, put it in your pond. Now the problem is with that is we have to have a shelf or an area that's big enough to put this big container. But if you can do that, that plant will grow tremendous. It'll be beautiful. You know, because you're giving it a lot of room, and it'll be a huge plant, okay? So, yeah, now, they go on a shelf, okay? They're not going to go down deep in the water. They want to be up close to the surface. I wouldn't have the roots, the tubers of this lotus plant more than, you know, 6, 8 inches underwater. I definitely keep it up close to the top. They do have a tendency in the wild to take over on you know, pond and river banks, okay? On the edge of a pond, they will just fill it, okay? They get tremendous. So yeah, definitely a showpiece in your pond, but you need the room, the space, you know, to put them in. They love the full sun, they love the heat, they love the warm water in the summer. They should be fertilized, okay? I would definitely say, you know, buy some nice fertilizer tablets, and, you know, put, you know, 5 to 6 of them, or however many, depends on the size of the pot. Put them in there, and it'll really help to push these plants, give them some good, you know, boost for some growth, and just enjoy them. The flowers do not last long. Okay, they, you know, the flower will, one flower will come up. There's a particular variety that's pretty popular called a peridislocum, which opens up to like a creamy yellow color with a pink tinge, and each day that creamy yellow color kind of washes away the pink. So it starts off with a nice pink with creamy yellow, and then each day it just becomes more and more creamy yellow. But it's still, it's a beautiful plant. I would say maybe the flower is going to last on it maybe a week, maybe. So, you know, 4 or 5 days definitely, and then it'll drop. But another one comes, another one comes, another one comes, and they do flower for a pretty long season. But even when it's not flowering, those big round leaves are beautiful. It's really a showpiece. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hope I helped you out, taught you a little bit about lotuses. So I mean, again, just be careful with them. They are a little temperamental, okay? Like, you know, some years they might be lush and beautiful, and the next year it might not come back. Or it might come back smaller. It might come back bigger, all right? I'm just always seeing, you know, mixed results with them. But if you get them established, they're beautiful, all right? So thanks for watching. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to my channel if you're into those koi ponds and waterfalls and water gardens and all that stuff. We talk all about this stuff, and I really hope to help you guys out, you know, and answer a lot of questions for you. All right, so thanks a lot. Have a great day. We'll see you again soon. Bye.